You can customize your ex in Tekken. Exactly, become an Alyssa main and have her cosplay your girlfriend. Now she's forever with you. You miss your ex. What should you do? Stop being a simp is a start. Nah, but it's okay to miss your ex, but you gotta move on, dude. You don't want to contact her. Because girls who get contacted by their ex-dudes going like, oh, I thought of you, how are you doing? Friend zone for life. She'll be all nice, but in her head she's thinking, what a fucking loser. I'm so happy I dumped this fucking crybaby ass loser. Never contact her again. Be resilient, focus on yourself, build your life. Look forward. Always move forward. Be a resilient man. Don't be a boy. Look at the horizon and go, there's a future for me yet. There's a life for me to build. It didn't work out with this person, but I'll find someone else. What do I need to do now? That's what you do. And honestly, you should accept that it's over. But I'm just saying, if you want to keep the window open, that she might contact you in the future and go, I think I made a mistake. You do not contact her under any circumstance. There's a chance of it happening. But accept that it is over. If it's one thing women dislike, it's boys. They want a man. I'm so sorry. I know I sound like the 1950s, but I'm so sorry. This is true. It's just true. I've lived for a long time. I can assure you it is true. Women want men. Strong, resilient men who survive. They're not looking for the guy who gets dumped and who's on the ground crying, I don't know what to do. Oh, my life is over. Oh. And who calls her, it's been 6 months, still calls her drunk. I thought of you. Can I come over? Like, you can customize your ex in Tekken. Exactly, become an Alyssa main and have her cosplay your girlfriend. Now she's forever with you. What you are describing sounds like a bum. What do you mean? Guys who obsess with their exes. There's a lot of those guys, dude. And honestly, the way young people behave these days, I mean, dear Lord, there's more and more of those guys out these days, is what I think. Have you seen how guys react these days when they lose in video games? Those guys have always been around. No, there's more and more of them these days. Like in Sweden, it's an exponentially increasing problem that young people have not been raised properly by their parents. They get a very non-authoritative parenting, soft parenting with no boundaries. And this leads to actually growing debate in Sweden with like psychologists, teachers, social services. People don't grow up anymore. 25-year-olds in Sweden are still like, they're like how teens were 30 years ago. And this is also why schools now make a point of saying to parents, that you people have to raise your children because us teachers can't raise 30 kids at a time. It's impossible. This is communicated all the time now in Sweden because there's a public debate on it, like kids don't behave anymore. Kids don't understand rules. Kids don't understand that sometimes you lose in games. They don't understand. Start crying. Like, and there's always been these people, of course, and these kids. It's just that it's growing, and people grow up later in life now. So it's just something to that. And you understand it because soft parenting has been the trend for a very long time. They call it intense parenting or soft parenting. You're like your 5-year-old's shrink. You're their psychiatrist. You're not a parent. I've seen it up close when their children behave like a fucking nightmare. They go, oh, Billy, how are you feeling? How did that make you feel when that happened? Oh, and I'm just like, Willem did that. I work at a school and some parents actually think us teachers are supposed to raise their kids. Teachers have made this clear that when they take meetings, large group meetings with, parents in group, this is called föräldramöte in Sweden. The parents confront the teachers and say, why did you not make sure my son came in time? Why didn't you make sure he did his homework? Why have you not disciplined him? This happens. And the teachers are just going like dumbfounded. That's on you guys. when Wilhelm got accepted into his school, first thing I got was an email from the school saying, welcome to our school, but, and they start with this, welcome to our school, but, and then they were a couple of huge sentences in bold, just fucking huge, going, we are responsible for your child's learning. You are responsible for their character. And then the rest, normal text, no bold, small. Oh, hello, welcome. By the way, these are important dates and times and blah, blah, blah. You understand, you know, why they have to do that. Yeah. Kids are too soft on each other these days. I find it kind of cute, actually. It's like, you know, Wilhelm goes to school. He's 6, 7 years old, and him and his mates, they just hug, and the teachers, they get hugs from the kids all the time. And I remember one time I picked up Wilhelm, and it's like I walk into a classroom, and the kids are like, "Oh, hello, you're Wilhelm's dad. Would you like a cinnamon roll? Oh, would you like a cup of juice? Oh, hello, woo, teddy bears, woo." And they all hug each other. We just hug. The teachers get like 9,000 hugs per day. And I'm just like, oh yeah, this is so sweet. Back in my day, you got dropped to the ground, a fucking elbow dropped, and kicked in the teeth, like, poo, poo, fuck you. Welcome to school, motherfucker. Poo, poo. And it's just like, it's such a... It's so different, but it's cute. It's cute. I mean, back in my day, you went to prison. But it's cute, you know. But what you have to do, though, is make your child ready for life and make sure they don't misbehave. Because if your child is an entitled piece of shit and insufferable, people are not going to want to play with your kid eventually, and it's going to give them problems later in life. And it's going to be slack. If you slack with your parenting, teachers have to pick that up. And if teachers don't do it, the friends might have to pick it up and set boundaries. But then the friends might say, don't want to deal with you. You're not my friend anymore. And then are colleagues going to do it? Is college going to set them straight? You know, a failure of parenting can have an individual fall between the chairs, you know, and just... have no chance. You're fucked. So sure, kids are much nicer to each other these days, but it's up to you as a parent to, you know, love your child, you know, and give them all of that support they are going to need, but also make sure they don't misbehave, but also make them ready, of course, for the fact that life is not going to be easy. Being in your 20s these days, when are you gonna buy an apartment? I mean, if you live in a capital city anywhere in the world, unless you're fucking rich, you're not buying a condo, an apartment. Wages have been the same largely for like 30 years. They've gone up, what, 20%, 30%? Cost of living has gone up 400%. So I'm trying to explain to Wilhelm every day that the people who get things in life are people who work very hard. You get a job, and then you try and get really, really good at what you do. And you work really hard. And that's how people get things, you know, and I think that's going to be more and more the reality, because it's getting increasingly difficult, I think. Yeah.